It's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful May morning. I'm standing on the bridge and the Dodder is flowing underneath. You can probably hear it rippling along. And no other sound but the sound of the birds. Oh, could you ask to be anywhere else? Isn't this gorgeous? Anyway, as I said, I'm standing on the bridge, and the bridge is Castlekelly Bridge. This is usually my start-off point for any visit to the beautiful valley of Glenaskmoel. I park just up the road here, knowing that the car is totally safe, being watched by one of the locals who gives me permission to park in his area. And I then go through a gate just behind me here and wander along the pathways right around the lake, the upper lake of Glenaskmoel, famous waterworks, which I'll talk about later. Having walked through the gate, now I'm on the pathway, and I'm going to turn the camera off here and get some more footage later on, but this is sort of the starting point.
In his book Down the Dodder, Christopher Moriarty describes a small river flowing through a valley as follows. For all its small size, the Dodder is a stream of great character. The enchanted valley of Glenaskmoel caught the attention of the earliest Irish storytellers. Monasteries were built beside the river, and waterworks were well established when the first historical reference to one of the weirs was set down in 1244. Several writers of the 17th century referred with awe to the Dodder's propensity for spectacular floods which have remained beyond human control to the present day. But the bounty of the Dodder has been more significant than its turbulence. In the days of Celtic legend, the valley formed a highway through the forest. Subsequently, water mills were established to the number of 28 in the year 1844. 14 on the main river, 14 on the city watercourse, which led from Firhouse to St. James's Gate. A list of 45 mills existing in 1879 includes a number of factories which were not actually powered by water. The greatest undertaking on the river took place between 1883 and 1887, when the reservoirs in Glenaskmoel were created, primarily to conserve water to power the 28 mills, the supply of domestic water for Rathmines and Rathgar being a secondary consideration. The construction of the waterworks took place at a happy time, when stonemasons and wrought iron masters still flourished, so that the entirely functional design became a thing of beauty in its own right. Farther downstream, bridges were built, sturdy and graceful creations in cut stone. The mills one by one fell out of use, so that little remains but half-forgotten sluice gates and abandoned mill streams. But the weirs which controlled the water levels remain, forming sparkling waterfalls and maintaining deep and silent pools where trout rise and kingfishers and herons hunt their prey. I'm drawn back time and again to Glenaskmoel, and I can think of no better way of describing my feelings for this beautiful valley than by quoting from Christopher's book, which, like the valley itself and the river which flows through it, always fills me with a sense of calmness. The Dodder holds a special place in my heart because I grew up on Dodder Road in Rathfarnham and played along its banks daily. For the last 44 years living here in Tallaght, I'm still only half a mile from its banks, so I suppose you could say I've been tied to the river my whole life. Here again, I'll quote from Christopher's book as he introduces us to the early part of the river's journey. The headwaters of the Dodder flow through a lonely wilderness. Then comes the artificial but peaceful area of the lakes of Glenasmole. For a few miles, the river runs through pasture where old farmsteads survive. But this region is gradually being diminished as the suburbs of Dublin creep ever outwards. Finally, the river becomes a part of the inner city. And it's true. Suburbia is creeping ever closer to Glenasmole, but you know something? In some ways, that's a good thing because the reservoir is a wonderful amenity which should be enjoyed by all. It's a great place to walk or cycle, to relax and enjoy the peace and quiet away from the hustle and bustle of the encroaching city. Finally, we come to today's slideshow, which I hope you'll all enjoy. Well, thanks again for watching Wildlife Wednesday, folks. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode, and if you did, I'd be grateful if you'd give it a like and subscribe to my channel. And when you do, don't forget to ring the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to purchase a copy of my book From Sunrise to Sunset, you can follow the link below the video. Till next week, stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands and wear a mask where necessary while continuing to maintain social distancing. We're not out of the woods yet, but we're getting there. Take care, folks. Bye.